Okay, and today we are going to talk about some more challenging examples and classworks. Okay, so I'm going to talk about example 16. So this is a very good example. Okay, a comprehensive examples involve different types of techniques of different levels of difficulty. Okay, so I think this is a very good example for you to study. Okay, but don't worry. So what I mean more challenging example is that in this topic, if it is more challenging, it is just putting everything together. It is not really deep. Okay, it is not really deep, but it is very wide. Okay, so we need many different knowledges. Okay, so let's start. Example 16. So in the figure, the straight line L1 passes through point A, and the straight line L2 passes through point B. And then L1 and L2 intersect at point C. Slope of L1 is 4/3, and L1 and L1 perpendicular to L2. OK， 咁啊，通常都係喺題目裏邊咧，一嘢就講晒一大輪嘅資訊俾你聽先嘅。OK， 咁但係你都唔需要一次過去到處理嘅。咁但係如果你咧擔心自己處理唔到咁多資訊嘅話咧，我會建議你咧，特別係即係啲長題目裏邊嘅 A part 之前講嘅嘢咧，又有啲圖嘅話咧，我哋先睇一睇邊啲嘅資訊喺文字裏邊講咗，但係幅圖裏邊係冇，幅圖上邊係冇顯示到出嚟嘅，我哋就 mark 翻喺幅圖嗰度。OK， so we are going to check which information is described in the question but not marked on the diagram. Okay, so straight line L1 passes through point A. It is already marked very clearly on the diagram. So we may just ignore this sentence. And then the straight line L2 passes through point B. It is also clearly marked on the diagram. So we may also ignore this sentence, right? And then L1 and L2 intersect at the point C. It is also very clearly marked on the diagram. So we may ignore this sentence. The slope of L1 is 4/3. This is not marked on the diagram, so I will mark it on the diagram. M1 is equal to 4/3. Okay, and then L1 is perpendicular to L2, and it is also not marked on the diagram. So I'm going to put this little symbol here. Okay， 得唔得？嗱，呢個咧，我哋避免每一次即係做每一 part 嘅時候，都需要喺嗰大段文字裏邊去揾翻資訊嘅話咧，我哋喺頭一次睇資訊嘅時候，睇題目嘅時候咧，我哋將一啲文字講咗嘅資料 mark 翻落去幅圖嗰度先，然之後咧，我哋做 A、B、C 呢 part 嘅時候咧，我哋就淨係集中望住幅圖就已經 OK 噶啦，唔需要再理會上面嗰大段文字噶啦，因為所有嘢咧，我哋已經將文字咧變晒做符號或者係圖畫。咁樣啦，好唔 OK？ 好啦，跟住 part A。Find the equations of L1 and L2. So we are going to find the equation of straight lines. Okay, so we are going to use the point slope equation approach. So let us find equation of L1 first. For L1, because we are going to find two straight lines in this question, in this part. So I'm going to denote to indicate what we are going to find very clearly for L1. Okay, so do we have point? Yes, so we have point A to be 0, 1. Do we have slope? Yes, it is given. Slope of L1 is given to be 4/3. And then we can write down the equation of L1 will be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and then multiplying the 3 and 4x, 3y minus 3 equals 4x, and then putting all terms to one side. Okay, so 4x minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so that is equation of L1, and then for L2, we have point to be point B. Point B is 17 and 7. Okay, and then slope, it is not given directly, okay, but it is given that L1 is perpendicular to L2. So in our mind, we should bring out this equation immediately. M1 times M2 is equal to -1. We have already found M1 to be 4/3. Okay, so 4/3 times M2 is equal to -1. Okay, which means that M2 is -3/4. So now we have point, we have slope, we can write down the equation of L2. So equation of L2 will be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so it should be 4y minus 28 is equal to -3x plus 51. Finally, it's 3x plus 4y minus 79 is equal to 0. Okay, am I correct? Yes. Okay, so this is part A. And then part B, we are going to find the coordinates of point C. And we just check on the diagram. What is point C? What is the role of point C? C 係屬於咩角色嘅咧? Okay, C is the intersection point of L1 and L2. Okay, so we are going to solve L1, L2 using equation 1, equation 2, solving the simultaneous equations, right? Okay, so in part B, to solve the intersection point, we put the simultaneous equation. Minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. Call this equation 1. And then 3x plus 4y minus 79 is equal to 0. Call this equation 2. Okay. And then solve these simultaneous equations. Okay. And so we are going to use method of elimination. So I'm going to multiply equation 1 by 4 to be 16x minus 12y plus 12 equals 0. Call this equation 3. And then multiply equation 2 by 3. Okay, 9x plus 12y minus 2, 3, 7 is equal to 0. Okay. Yes. And then call this equation 4. Okay. And can you see that I have made the y terms to be one positive, one negative, okay, such that I can add the equations together, okay, and then we will eliminate the y terms. So the x term, 16x plus 9x is 25x, and then the constant term plus 12 minus 237 should be minus 225 is equal to 0, and then you may find that x should be equal to 9. Okay, and then when you have found the value of x, you sub the value of x into either equation 1 or equation 2. Okay, so I sub into equation 1. So I found that 4 times 9 minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so I found that y is equal to 13. Therefore, the coordinates of point C will be equal to 9 and 13. Okay. 好嗱，呢度咧都幾煩嘅，咁啊，你哋需要熟習少少一啲solve 一式二式嘅技巧 ，OK， 即係 method of substitution 或者 method of elimination。呢一度咧，我就唔係咁建議大家用 method of substitution 啦，因為咧，我哋無論我哋將一式或者二式裏邊嘅 x 或者 y 轉做 subject 嘅時候咧，我哋都必定避免唔到咧係有分數嘅出現。咁你塞入去另一條式嘅時候咧，個分數即係塞個分數入去另外一條式嘅時候咧，咁就會更加麻煩啦。所以咧，我就會建議大家用 method of elimination 咧去到倍大兩條式，令到一係就令到個 x 嘅數字一樣，兩條式嘅 x 數字一樣；一係就令到兩條式嘅 y 嘅數字一樣。我所講嘅一樣，唔使一定要正負號一樣嘅，好似而家呢度咁樣。我整到咧倍大到咧一式就係負12y， 二式就係正12y。咁我哋兩式相加嘅時候咧，我哋就可以抵消咗個 y term。點解要抵消 y term 啊？因為抵消咗 y term 之後咧，剩翻條式裏邊就剩翻 x term 嘅時候，我哋就可以計到 x 嘅數值出嚟㗎啦。OK， 好，下 part B is finding coordinates of intersection point, and then part C， 好啦，嗱 part C、part B 咧就係啲 more advanced 嘅嘢啦 ，OK， 高階少少嘅。咁我睇先啦，我咁樣遮咗佢先。Part C find the area of triangle ABC。Triangle ABC， 好啦，我哋而家咧，直至到而家呢一刻咧，我哋識得揾三角形面積嘅公式，只係得一條嘅啫，就係底乘高除2。Okay, so we only know one formula to find the area of triangle. Okay, now we are going to find the area of triangle ABC, which is this red triangle. Okay, triangle ABC, and it is not so bad because it is already a right-angled triangle. Okay, so it is very obvious that we are going to use AC as the base and then BC as the height, or vice versa. Okay, 即係咧，如果呢個係直角三角形嘅話咧，咁我當然我哋用 AC 嚟到做底 ，BC 嚟到做高，或者調翻轉啦。Okay, and we have already found the coordinates of point C to be 9 and 13. Okay, so we can calculate the length of AC and the length of BC by using the distance formula. Okay, distance formula. So we do it like this. The distance between point A and point C will be using this. Okay, it should be 9 minus 0 square plus 13 minus 1 square. Okay, so after some calculation, I'll find that it should be equal to 15. Okay, and then BC. The length of BC, again using the distance formula. So 9 minus 17, bracket square, plus 13 minus 7, bracket square, and then square root. After some simple calculation, I'll find that it should be equal to 10. Okay, now we have the length of the base and the length of the height. Therefore, we can find the area of triangle ABC will be equal to half times base times height. Okay, and that should be equal to 75. And again, because it is in the coordinate plane, so we do not need to write down the units, and there should be no units, okay, for anything. And then, and you do not need to write down no units or square units, all right? And then part D, a straight line passing through point C cuts the line segment AB at the point D. If the ratio of AD to DB is 2 to 1, find the area of triangle ACD. 好啦，嗱，又係呢一隻喎。嗱，經常都問 part D 呢一隻㗎，即係我好似唔知琴日定前日講咗嘅，即係面積比等於底嘅長度比呢一招。OK， 經常都用嘅。而家有啲咩新嘅嘢出咗嚟咧 ？Okay, so what is new in part D is that there is a straight line passing through C, cuts the line segment AB at D, and the ratio of AD to DB is 2 to 1. It is somewhere here. Okay, this is point D, and then this is 2 to 1, right? 2比1嘅。And then the question asks you to find the area of triangle ACD. Triangle ACD is just this part. OK， 好啦，嗱，咁我哋有啲咩咧？我哋有2比1係咪？有2比1，即係話而家咧係咪呢兩個三角形 triangle ACD 同埋 triangle BOYC dot 係個底拍埋一齊嘅，然之後咧 share 咗第3個 point 嘅 ，OK，share 咗第3個 point， 即係高個 point 嚟嘅 ，same height 嘅。咁所以咧個 area of triangle ACD 即係咁樣啊。The area of triangle ACD over the area of triangle BCD should be equal to the base ratio, that is A dot over C dot. Sorry, boy dot. A dot over boy dot。OK，the base ratio 面積比即係左比右，左邊面積比右邊面積等於左邊底比右邊底。OK，A dot over boy dot，and it is given to be 2 over 1, right? OK， 好啦，咁即係話咧，呢個 triangle ACD 嘅面積咧，比起右手邊咧就係2比1啦。咁如果比起全個嘅話咧，如果全個三角形 triangle ABC 嘅話咧 ，so area of triangle ACD should be equal to 2 over 2 plus 1 times the area of triangle ABC, the whole triangle ABC。OK， 即係話全個三角形面積咧，我哋而家分咗3份，係咪？3份，左邊 AC dot 係佔2份，右邊 BC dot 係佔1份。OK， 因為我哋啱啱計到係面積比係2比1嚟嘅，所以係2份比1份。咁所以咧，成個 triangle AC dot 而家要求嗰個面積啊，就佔成個 triangle A boy C 嘅3份裏邊嘅2份啦。所以咧，我哋係咪2/3啊 ？OK， so it should be 2 over 3 times the area of triangle ABC. But we have already found the area of triangle ABC to be 75 in part B, which means that the required area should be equal to 50. That's the answer. OK。好，呢一個請你喺 part doc 嗰度打多啲星落去，呢個係非常非常之重要，得唔得？識嗱，老實講啊，識做呢一 part 呢一個技巧 part B 呢個技巧咧，就係攞 level 5以上嘅人嚟㗎啦。OK， 一般嚟講得唔得？即係 level 5以上嘅同學咧，先至係會識得用呢一個技巧嘅。OK， 得唔得？因為呢個技巧咧，佢唔單止喺 long prep 會問 ，MC 一定會考嘅，每年都起碼有一題係用呢個技巧嘅。OK， 咁所以我喺你哋 Form 2嗰個 Maths and Technology 嗰度咧，其實我有一個 section 就係教呢個技巧嘅。OK， 得唔得 ？All right， 呢度想你俾我反應我啊，呢度好緊要嘅，因為係 16D。If you are okay for question number 16D, please give me a response. Give me a like or a clap, please. If you are okay, if you understand question number 16D, example 16D, please give me a clap or a like, please. If you want me to repeat any steps, so please raise your hand or turn on your mic to tell me. So any raised hand? If no, please try to do the classwork. Okay, I'm going to clear the board first. Let us do the classwork. This is next page. Instant drill number 16. Okay, so I give you 10 minutes here. 10 minutes. So please remember to upload to the Math app. Okay, so let's check the answers. 由於時間關係，咁我已經即係喺度寫咗一啲啦。So in the figure, the straight line L1, the equation of L1 is given to be 5x minus 12y equals 0, passes through the origin, okay? And then the straight line L2 passes through point P, and L1 is perpendicular to L2. L1 and L2 intersect at point Q, okay? So everything is marked on a diagram now. And then find the equation of L2. We need to find the equation of a straight line, so we need a point, we need a slope. Okay, point on L2 is point P with coordinates 2 and 29. And then for a slope, we need to use the information about L1 perpendicular to L2. Okay, so we need to calculate the slope of L1 first. Okay, and L1 equation of L1 is given, so I change the subject to be y, and then the coefficients of x will be the slope of L1. Okay, so this M1 times M2 will be -1, which means that M2 is -12 over 5. Then we can use the point slope form to write down the equation of L2. After simplifying, then it will be 12x plus 5y minus 169 equals 0. Okay, so make sure your equation is correct. 我之前講過一個咧，就係一啲技巧，又係即係你需要攞星嘅話咧，我覺得你係需要識得一啲技巧嘅。OK， 就係 check 你嘅答案嘅技巧。直線 equation 一定可以 check 到你嘅答案啱唔啱嘅。OK， 你求 L2 嘅 equation 係咪？你而家求咗出嚟啦，你會唔會有啲 careless mistakes 咧？可唔可以 check 到出嚟咧？你塞翻你個 point P 落去，即係個坐標落去，睇下係咪 satisfies 個 equation 嘅。OK， 如果係嘅話咧，即係有一大半嘅機會就啱啦。第二就係你試下將個 slope 即係計翻個 slope 出嚟。咁如果計咗 slope 出嚟係真係-10/5嘅話咧，就肯定係啱噶啦。咁但係咧，我通常用翻個 point 代翻入去嘅話咧，咁就都已經即係7-8成係啱嘅話咧，咁就已經夠噶啦。OK， 即係我哋要攞啲 point 代翻落去，我哋計到出嚟嘅 equation， 咁睇下咧係咪真係 satisfies 個 equation 嘅。OK， 咁呢個係可以，如果你萬一喺 A part 計錯咗，你要去到 D part 揾到啲即係矛盾先至發現嘅話咧，咁就嘥咗好多時間㗎啦。你計完一 part 嘅答案 ，OK， 你即刻攞啲資料去 check， 咁係會更加好嘅。Part B, coordinates of point Q. So this is the intersection point. So we are going to set up equation 1, equation 2, and then I'm going to use the method of elimination. Okay, and then find out the coordinates of Q is 12 and 5. For part C, we are going to find the area of triangle OPQ. Again, it is a right angle triangle. So I'm going to use OQ to be the base and PQ to be the height. And luckily, we have already found everything. Okay, so that is 12 and 5 here. Okay, so OQ is 12 minus 0 square plus plus 5 minus 0 square root. That should be equal to 13. And then PQ should be 2 minus 12 square plus 29 minus 5 square root. And I think it should be equal to 26. Yes, okay. And then PQ is equal to 26, OQ is 13, which means that the area of triangle OPQ will be half times base times height. That should be 169. All right. Okay, so that is part C. Part D is very easy. Okay， 嗱，你唔好睇佢 part D 好似好長咁樣，好快講完嘅啫。不過咧，你要識得呢個字啊。Line segment OP is produced to the point R. Produced means extended. Is extended， 即係延長咁解。OP 延長到 point R。OK， 即係話咧喺同一條直線喎，得唔得？咁即係話咧 OPR 仲要係幾長啊？ OP ratio of OP to OR is to PR is 1 to 1. Okay, so this point is out. This is same length. OP and PR same length. And find the area of triangle PQR. PQR will be this one. OK， 好啦，咁如果咁嘅話咧，我哋打側嚟去睇嘅話咧，當 PR 同埋 OP 係做底嘅話咧，你就會發現呢兩個三角形咧嘅面積應該係一樣嘅。OK， 即係咁樣樣，我哋直接就可以計到答案㗎啦。OK， triangle area of triangle PQR over area of triangle OPQ should be equal to the ratio of their base. That is PR over PQ. That is equal to 1 over 1. Sorry, this should be OP. PR over OP. My fault, sorry. Okay. So it should be equal to 1 to 1, which means that these two areas should be exactly the same. So area of triangle PQR should be exactly the same as area of triangle OPQ. That is equal to 169. Okay, so that is the answer of part D. Is that okay? 好嗱，今日淨係講咗呢兩題啫。咁我聽日咧會繼續講多少少呢啲長啲嘅題目嘅。咁剩翻嗰三題嘅 classwork 咧，其實就係嚟自後邊嘅 exercise 嘅，即係書嘅 exercise 嚟嘅啫。OK， 咁我聽日會繼續講呢幾題嘅。If you have no problem, then you may leave now. Goodbye.